Hello friends, happy 2022. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday. I hope that you guys were safe and got to spend time with your friends and family. I definitely had a good time, but I wanted to talk to you guys today about the games that I played in 2021. For those of you that have been following the channel for a bit, I am kind of notoriously known for not finishing games. For 2020, I completed a ton of games, and for 2021, I wanted to go ahead and do the same thing. And a lot of these games that I played weren't necessarily something that released in 2021. Some of these games released earlier. I just had them in my backlog and I kind of wanted to knock them out and give them a go. So that being said, I wanted to go ahead and also mention that I'm going to be talking about my favorite games of 2021. So subscribe, that way you can go ahead and find out when that drops, as well as like the video and ring the bell so you actually get the notification from YouTube, because, you know, we need the bell. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it, guys.
2GR.
I think we should talk about Cyberpunk 2077. I know this game technically came out in 2020, but I didn't finish it until January of 2021. So technically, I'm considering it 2021. Technicalities. That being said, I really wanted this game to be good. I'm not going to go ahead and review it or take it apart or anything like that, but there was a lot of things that felt icky about the game. There was a lot of marketing that was construed in favor of CD Projekt Red and kind of showing Cyberpunk 2077 in the best light possible. For those of you that follow our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thegamingresume, follow us, the link's in the description. We went ahead and did a live stream comparing the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, as well as the game running on PlayStation 5 and on PC. All of this with the day one patch and seeing how it ran, and we saw live how bad some of these game states were. Okay, let's see.
I was supposed to stop by Vic's anyhow. I got a date.
Overall, it was still something that gave me a little bit of hope, at least on the PC side of things, because I have an NVIDIA 3080, I have an AMD 3900X, excuse me, with 32 gigs of RAM. It should be able to handle the game without any issues. That being said, I still ran into some problems, even with DLSS. I still ran into some problems, and that left a bad taste in my mouth. When I finished the game, there was a lot that was left to be desired. I did as many side quests as I could. In fact, I think that I did every single one of them that wasn't bugged, because we all know this game was released buggy as heck. And overall, even with the bugs set aside, it still left me wanting more at the end of the day. I wanted to experience more, and that's kind of something that you will see a lot in this video. A lot of these games, they just kind of just either stopped or they felt hollow throughout the entire playthrough. And this is one of those that kind of just, I don't know, it just, Cyberpunk just, bleh, it just, bleh. So that was that. I had the highest of expectations for Panzer Dragoon Remake. I don't know if you've been following the channel for a bit, but Onyx's reaction to the Panzer Dragoon Remake announcement, it's kind of, let's go roll the clip.
What is this?
Fucking Panzer Dragoon!
What?
Fuck!
Holy
Oh my fucking god! I actually might cry. Oh my god! What am I? Oh my fucking god, dude!
Yeah, I mean, guys, you see that, and that got me excited. I wanted to play Panzer Dragoon Remake. Forever Entertainment, the moment that it was released, they sent a review copy our way. Onyx still got his order in, and I got the review copy. I played it, and it just took an hour, and it felt like it, I don't know, like there was barely any story within anything. It was kind of more of just an arcade shooter, and rightfully so. That was the style that they were doing for an on-rails arcade shooter, but it just didn't feel like it was worth it. I'm glad that I got a review copy of it, because I would be so pissed off if I paid full price for this game. And it sucks, because I know that Forever Entertainment, they have things in the pipeline that, especially with Sve, like I think Panzer Dragoon Sve has a lot there and a lot riding on it, because there is just more of the game to work off of. And the original Panzer Dragoon was just not meant to be like this grandiose, bombastic thing. So when I saw Onyx's reaction,
Fucking Panzer Dragoon!
That's when I would go ahead and be like, hey, like, yes, let's go 100%. And it just didn't give me that vibe. El Shaddai was one of those games that came out way back in the day on PlayStation 3, and I was actually somewhat kind of interested in it, but I didn't actually check it out. I didn't buy it. It actually came out on PlayStation Plus, which thank God, because if I had paid for it, I would have been extremely angry. When it originally came out, I was going through this like crazy rebellious stage in my life, and there was this, there is this religious context that is built within the game that just felt very forced, at least for me. So when I was in the middle of my rebellious stage and I started playing this game, I was really like, yep, nope, uninstall, don't want to give it a go. So I never played it. And then this year, or at least in 2021, they released it on PC, and I was able to get a review copy. So I went in and I streamed it, played a little bit of it, finished it off stream, but I was able to go ahead and share my thoughts with the audience at the time right then and there. It just, if you did not really understand the story behind El Shaddai, you didn't know what was going on by the end of the game. You actually were kind of required to do a little bit of extra research outside of that, outside of the lore that was there. And I don't know, maybe I just missed it entirely, but I needed to watch YouTube videos focusing specifically on this game and the story behind it and the history behind it in order to actually really understand what was going on. That to me is somewhat of a failure. I definitely don't think that it didn't feel good. The game mechanics were solid. I mean, we're talking Devil May Cry roots, so to speak, in terms of like gameplay. It felt good. It felt great. But at the end of the day, I didn't know what I was doing. It was essentially just a beat 'em up with where I just didn't understand what was going on. So this is definitely one of the worst games that I played this year in 2021. The last game that I beat or finished in 2021 was actually Halo 4's campaign. As we all know, Halo 4 was released, and the campaign was also released a little bit after the multiplayer was released, and I wanted to go ahead and catch up on everything. I never owned an Xbox before in my life. The Xbox Series S is actually the first Xbox that I've ever owned, and I will be working on a review for that as well, as coming from a PlayStation and a Nintendo gamer, so subscribe to stay up to date with that. But when it came down to playing Halo 1 through 3, I actually did all that around 2010, 2011. I went to my brother-in-law's, and he had all 3 games. I played them all on the 360 on one weekend. We spent the entire time just gaming and going through everything together. It was an awesome experience, and Halo 1 through 3 hit highs that just were super high, and Halo 4 just didn't do that at all. I honestly feel like Halo 4's campaign is probably one of the worst campaigns that I've ever played in a Halo game, and that sucks because Halo Master Chief, there's like this whole, I mean, Xbox and Halo and Master Chief, they're like synonymous. They are one and the same, so to speak. So I went in hoping for a lot, and I was just very disappointed despite what everyone else said, because everyone else was like, dude, Halo 4 sucks. And now I know Halo 4 sucks. So there you go. I think we have to talk about Balan Wonderworld. You know, when you look at all of the games that came out in 2021, and I'm not talking about, you know, the Steam Greenlight or like whatever stuff that's in early access. I'm talking about like full-on games that were released and had like a marketing budget and were funded by large publishers. You have to talk about Balan Wonderworld, because like this is something that when the game was announced, Onyx was enthralled. I mean, I was kind of excited. It looked cool, beautiful, absolutely. I mean, it's Square Enix, like, you know, their CG trailers, movies, they're all good. But when the trailer dropped, I was excited, but not as excited as him. And the more that I thought about it, the more that I was leading up to that, to the release, I was like, dude, this could actually be good. Like this might be like the next Sonic. I mean, who knows? And then, you know, the demo dropped, and we downloaded the demo. At least I downloaded the demo. I gave it a go, and I streamed my gameplay experience on our Discord for the members, for YouTube and Twitch subs and Patreon patrons. We call it the Pay to Win channel. Links in the description if you want to go and support us directly from there. But I played it, I streamed it on Discord, and I gave them my initial raw first impressions, and I remember saying, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get this. This is not good. This is a horrible game. I do not think that I would ever like play this at all. Even if they gave me a review copy, like I would just be like, nah, it's not good. Like you can just tell. And like going through that, it's hard. It's hard. I know that there's plenty of YouTube videos that are out there that actually go into this game, talk about how weird it is, how bad it is, and talking about how it could be better. And there were some reviews and videos that I saw that actually, you know, played this on hard and was all like, I could kind of see like a glimmer of what was there, of what Yuji Naka was trying to do, but it just, the execution just fell flat. And I know that there might be some people that actually enjoyed the game, that actually wanted to go ahead and experience that game and had fun with it, but I don't recommend it to anyone. I don't think that it's something that we could really, you know, look forward to in terms of like a sequel or anything like that. I think Square Enix probably killed that IP the moment that they saw the sales and the reviews and everything like that. So are there any games that you didn't like in 2021? Are there things that you didn't enjoy? Obviously let us know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, that way you can stay up to date and see my video coming up about the games that I actually enjoyed in 2021. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and stay up to date, subscribe, hit the little bell, and join our Discord.
If you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon or hit the join button below. As always, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.